Can I interest you in everything all of the time? A little bit of everything all of the time. Apathy is tragedy and boredom is a crime. Anything and everything all of the time. What are the humans? What are the humans doing?
Do you think you're ready? Can you handle the truth? Or are you in denial and demanding more proof? They demonstrate in real time how they're spinning you lies, but no one pays attention, no one opens their eyes. They walk around like zombies with their head in the mobiles, signaling their virtues with a pick on their profile. Yeah. Signaling their virtues with a pick on their profile. So if you think you're ready, you don't need more proof. Conspiracy deniers are denying the truth. They fabricate our problems and pretend to provide the best solution, but we all know they lied. They lied about the weapons and they lied about health. They lied about the fact that they're transferring the wealth. You should really notice how they're pushing the fear. Keep everybody terrified and not thinking clear. Yeah. Everybody's not thinking clear. Yeah. Keep everybody terrified. Keep everybody terrified and not thinking clear. When you do, you realize that this is their trick. It's getting really stupid now, they're taking the mick. Said, do you think you're ready? Can you handle the truth? Or are you in denial and demanding more proof? They demonstrate in real time how they're spinning you lies, but no one pays attention, no one opens their eyes. They walk around like zombies with their head in the mobiles, signaling their virtues with a pick on their profile. Yeah. Signaling their virtues on their profile.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to YouTube Slave Class, the very first episode. And to start off with, I thought we'd take on something particularly easy. Creator thoughts. Is it worth it to let people on panel that are not creators and do not have a vested interest in your channel? Some would call them trolls, some would call them dissidents, some would call them assholes. But all truth, we're really talking about people who just don't care about YouTube. They just want to be seen. They want to be heard. And they're using your platform as a springboard from which to do what they're going to do. We're going to go through chat in just a second. First, I have my illustrious co-host. That is the Bad Binky herself. This is Ajot.
What's up, guys?
Can you put aside your oral fixation for just a second?
Yes.
Okay, great. Excellent. We also have my brother from another mother. We got Midlife Bro Logic in here. Welcome in, bud. Yo. I'm not going to give you a round of applause, but I will let you tell everybody who you is, since
I like that. I want to do that on our Tuesday show. That applause where he goes, you know, welcome in. Ah, that's so cool. Sorry.
Do you want the same clip or a different one?
Well, different. I mean, of course.
Okay.
I'm a different kind of girl.
Tell these lovely ladies and gentlemen exactly what it is you is.
I am Midlife Bro Logic, otherwise known as Barnabas. I have a channel that you should definitely like, share, and subscribe to. I specialize in politics and local politics in Baltimore. Other things I like to concentrate on are transsexual women. No, what is it? Trans women in women's sports, women with face tattoos, Kamala Harris, Fannie Willis, anything that just kind of piques my fancy there. And right now I am concentrating on, what am I concentrating on? There's a lot of local Baltimore politics going on, which is not very exciting for people. You've definitely
some Columbia stuff recently.
What?
Columbia, you were trying to get behind the lines in the Columbia protests.
Yeah, Columbia protests. There's a lot of stuff going on there. Also, Tiffany Henyard, super mayor. That's a great story. So come join me, Midlife Bro Logic. I have lots to say. I have panels too. We kind of stay on topic. I try, and that's where I'm just happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me, Caucasian Sasquatch, and Ajot. A pleasure, because you were on my show the other day. Thank you. It's nice to see you in person.
This is primarily a discussion about those panels. We are discussing the concept of individuals that do not make content, have no intention of ever being monetized, and yet try to freeball their way up onto an open panel with the intention of having free speech, which is something that is a myth on YouTube. This is not a thing. There's no such thing as free speech on YouTube. You have terms of service. You have to abide by them. I have to abide by them. She has to abide by them. So what is the benefit of allowing individuals without content on their channel, who's never cut a video, never counted a view, never looked at their freaking view hours, and yet they're going to come on your panel and have their say? Do you think this is a valuable approach?
Is it still my turn to talk?
Sure.
I love people that don't make content, because that just means they're really a fan. Do you know what I mean? It means that they're there because they want to be there, and they can come up, and they're not looking to use me like the tool that I am to produce more content or clip up my content or somehow steal an idea or something like that. I love them. That's the purest fan. Already you're kind of coming at them with seems like you got kind of a bad attitude about these people. But hey, it's like you can have a panel of like 12 people, and then they're all content creators. So we're all just hustling for subs, hustling for views, hustling for likes. I mean, Caucasian Sasquatch, are you trying to bring someone up? You want me to
Mic check. Can y'all hear me?
Mic check. All right, who's talking? God damn it.
What's up, Condos?
Sorry.
That sounds like M.
I can't even see you guys. Yeah, and I
yeah,
can't.
that's
Oh,
M.
man. I'm about to throw this phone
Mic check.
out.
Can y'all hear me?
Can you hear now?
Wait,
Can you? Good.
M, hold on.
Hold on. Stop. Quit. What? What's up?
Y'all, come on, man.
Yo.
Come on, man. Come on, man. All day, I've been, oh my God.
Hold up.
Here, honey.
Wait
I'm
till
really
we say
going
go.
to offend you. Don't make me do it. It won't be my fault. It'll be a look what you made me do situation. Just give me a second. I'm getting there. Cynthia, is that you?
Yes. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am. You just don't have any kind of avatar, and you didn't pop your camera up and whatnot.
Oh, I
Is
don't
my
have an
avatar
avatar.
showing up?
Is the mic good? Because I have on that lavalier mic. This is my first time using it.
The mic's
Oh,
okay
shut up.
Okay.
on both counts. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God. Got one phone down. Get him, God.
Okay, so that happened.
Try
Okay,
again.
Cynthia, would you like to tell everybody what you do for your channel?
Heck if I know. I'm still figuring it out. So as soon as I figure it out, I'm going to let all of you guys know.
Send me an email. I am riveted. I can't wait. The plants were interesting. Maybe don't make my skin crawl by poking into the roots so deep. I'm just saying
Oh
they
God.
don't like that.
I know. I'm still nervous.
You like touching things.
I do. And smelling things.
You okay, Em? safe?
No, it's just been a long day, and then she's like, she's still trying to figure out what her job is. Bitch, please, are you serious? And that's what I'm doing. And
Good. God.
crazy old lady.
Okay. All right. We're having to turn that down because you're beating the living hell out of your microphone.
Oh yeah, that's right.
This is not helping. Get it out of your mouth. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is M from Ember's Mad World, or M's Mad World, I think, currently. She's currently listed as Armageddon, which I find that's humorous. But, you're definitely going to have to stop flailing around so hard before you get another swing. Set that thing down somewhere and get a grip, please. I'm begging you. I'd really like for you to participate because you can answer some questions I have, but limits. All right, so let's do the chat right quick, ladies and gentlemen. We got a whole pile over here and a couple of actual superstars, in my opinion. I mean, on my humble opinion, as it were. Mr. Super Sidewinder gets the gold. Ajot's actually going to get the silver because this is not your ordinary Sasquatch stream. We got Dub73 who gets the bronze. Welcome in, bud. I appreciate y'all coming through. Yuri Antoine, listen, this is a very curious one. When she started her channel, it was named Women's Prison Stories, and she's the first channel I did not troll. Furthermore, she convinced me to go forward with the idea of creating a channel. Simply the idea that, yes, you too can do it too. And here we are. This is where we're at now. 4,000 and some change in subscribers, and truth be told on the panel with us. Are you going to beat us up, Em? I think she dropped out right before I did
it. That's great.
Solid gold, ain't it? All right. So, Truth, you want to tell everybody what you do, or do you not care? Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
I am a civil rights activist. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's wild, but I can hear you.
Civil rights activist. I hold cops and government officials accountable on my YouTube page. I'm teaching people their right and educating every day.
Exactly. Nah, your stuff's set up right. There's no reason why it should be boxing out, but it is. What up, Midwest Accountability? I ain't even make it through chat yet. We got Chill with Claiborne. Welcome to the chat, bud. Good to see you. We have Freeside. Welcome in. Always good to see you. Rashu. Now, I think I met him on a panel a couple of nights ago, but I can't quite remember everybody. You know, it takes a village to raise a child, and we have a lot of villages on YouTube. And I'm definitely the child. Conquistador. I'm sorry, bud. You can't get the participation trophy for the night yet. Make a good comment and we'll talk about it. You've got a pretty good run in. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's you. Yes, sir.
All right. Cool.
Magnificent. We got Queen Kaylin. Welcome in. Midlife Bro Logic's made an appearance. You know how that works, right? It's one of these. Let's see. Midwest Accountability. That man sounds just like Hank Hill. And when I got drunk with him one night sitting on a panel, and he started doing his Hank Hill voice, and I started doing my Alex Jones voice, and Hank Hill and Alex Jones had an argument about it. And it was so hilarious. I couldn't maintain, brother. I couldn't do it. All right. So we've caught up with chat so far. We got M in the back beating up something. What you doing, M?
I threw something down, weaving together the damn internet, man. I guess that's what my job is. I don't freaking know.
Is it pasta based?
I don't know. I ain't even got that far.
Well, you sound fine now. Any chance you could set your phone down and talk at it?
Like at it, or which hole?
That's
like, I mean, really though, there's like one on the top. There's like the bunch on the bottom. Do you want to see the extenders around here?
No, I don't. I don't want to know that. We have a topic. We're going to get to it, and I'm going to discuss it with people from a range of different places. So
it starts with the electricals.
If I mute you, do not hold it against me. Okay. Do, and I won't care either way. All right. That's all I can do. All right. Truth be told,
Yes.
You, I believe, are the heavy hitter on the panel currently. And you do not host panels, but you do come up on panels occasionally.
Oh, great. Here goes his head.
Okay, yeah, go swell up, brother. I'll even wait for it to get bigger. But listen, what I want to know is, do you think there is any value in inviting random people who don't have a stake in your channel onto your channel to discuss things?
Well, I love the discussion because some people, I mean, it's more or less questions. People don't understand their rights. And when they get up on there, you know, a lot of the times it's questions like, well, can I not have to do this? Do I have to do this? You know, I love to explain. But is there point behind it to come up on panel? Yeah, because people are interested on other things that people do, of course. So is there purpose? I would have to say, yeah, for either education or just straight entertainment.
I agree, bro. I'm getting seasick over there too. It looks like she's on the freaking 7 seas. All right, Cynthia, how do you feel about the concept of non-creator people joining panels and having their say on your channel?
I definitely think it brings diversity, and like, I always enjoy diversity. I love hearing other people's point of view. Why do they think this way? What it caused them? Or sometimes they even give me thoughts. I'm like, wow, I never even looked at it like that. So I definitely find value in randoms coming up.
Okay. Is it something that you think is integral to a good panel?
Define good.
If I define integral.
Okay. All right. What I'm getting at here is, can you host panels in with a closed community where you only bring up people that you have either interacted with or you trust, or people that you email the links to or whatever? Is that a successful way to try to host a panel?
It has yes and no. I mean, I've seen it. Well, I mean, I've had it done myself. Sometimes it's, I think, hurt my panel, and sometimes it, you know, it's made it more than I thought it would be. So.
Okay. So yes, essentially I'm getting a general yes. People who do not have stake in your channel certainly seem to benefit a panel if they get their say. What about those folks who don't respect terms of service in the least, who have no idea, no cares, and they think they're operating on a free speech First Amendment basis on YouTube?
I mean, there's definitely, I'm all about borders. I mean, there's boundaries. And if I even think that you're about to be an issue, I will politely dismiss them and move on about the day. At the end of the day, this is my platform. This is what I'm working for. Y'all don't have investment in it. So it's not going to bother you if it becomes an issue, but it will me.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you say politely dismiss someone, do you mean just boot them without telling them, or I mean, you just hide them and not mention it, or do you ask them not to do that out loud?
Oh no, I definitely make myself clear. Hey, I'm putting you backstage and you're not coming up, and this is the reason why. And I definitely believe in telling them why it's an issue.
Okay. I have a different opinion of it. If you're coming up and you seem to be at least genuine in your opinions and in your perspective, if you are trying to be honest and you're trying to get your say out, I have no issue with that, no matter how much I actually disagree with the concept, the topic, or the perspective. I mean, I don't care how you feel about things. So it shouldn't bother me if we disagree out loud. That should be a perfectly acceptable thing. I mean, men can disagree and not get in a fist fight about it. It's not a thing that happens really. So on panels, I feel like it's even a more necessity. But at the same time, I will straight douche you out without ever acknowledging you existed, especially if I know you're on that list of questionable subjects, right? If I catch a warning from somebody and you do anything even remotely snaky, it's on like Donkey Kong.
Snaky.
What are you doing, Em?
I thought. Do you really want me to answer that? Because I thought I was adjusting the color of my banner, but I guess I wasn't. I'm just turning the screen sideways. And it don't want to freaking rotate. That's so fucking funny, ain't it? I'm getting, dude, I'm telling you, man, it's about to go, but don't say it anymore. Don't. Just don't.
Nope. Nope. So is there a reason to respond to these individuals that clearly have come into your life with the mere intention of triggering you? I'm asking from the depths of my soul, because I was the troll to start with. I was the one that would come in and I would bring in 10 or 20 different profiles into your channel, all, like not your channels, Yuri's channel. I did show up in Yuri's channel with 20 profiles, and she was so sweet to me in every capacity that I actually could not nuke her channel. And I ended up being a mod for her channel and going on to promote her channel and stuff. And you
have a nice Sasquatch story.
It was like the very first good deed I've done, right? Like I was tickled. What's up, King Philip? So Em, how do you feel about that concept of people saying things you don't like in chat or out loud on panels?
What are you talking about? You've been with one dude's freaking panel. It's me you're talking to. At least I thought it was me that we were talking to. I mean, I talked to so people.
No idea what
but
you're
y'all
talking
are supposed to be. Y'all are supposed to be real.
I am aware, but they do not know. I'm trying to get across the fact that you two are a paneler and you handle things differently from the way I do and Midlife Bro Logic do.
Okay.
Right? You tend to function with a bit more.
That brings okay. So I sit around doing a lot of thinking, right? And that's why I still don't get the dot joke. I've seen so many stinking bunny rabbits this week. Every day I've been walking. It's ridiculous. And they stop and stare at me. What is that about? They're everywhere.
We have no idea. We don't know.
I've never seen so many rabbits. Have y'all seen a rabbit in real life?
About panels, Em. Come on, inside the fence, baby. Inside the fence. Let's not hop it yet. All right.
Where's the fence?
Panels.
Help me find the fence.
Panels. The paneling, panelverse, guesting on panels, being on a panel, having people come up on your panel, or just in chat for that matter.
Right. If it's okay, so with me, as far as I'm concerned, what usually will make me go off is got something to do with it. Oh man, it's so hard to explain this without people getting all freaked out. So I'm looking at everything on both the screens, and whenever both my screens are not aligned, I guess is what I'm saying. I get really frustrated because there's so much going on, and I'm listening to what you guys are saying too. And then sometimes people are saying shit without saying shit. You know what I mean?
No, Fab Daddy, that's not a carrot in my pocket. I'm just happy to see you. But here's the thing that Life Squatch gave me a hey-o.
That is really weird. Yeah, hold on a minute. Mute me. Go ahead, mute me.
Yes, of course I will. Thank God. Bro, Midlife Bro Logic. What do you bring to this table? How do you feel about the whole just rando comment troll concept? People who tend to come to your panel specifically to try to trigger people. Are you offended by it? Does it bother you? Do you respond to them? Do you email them later? Do you spoon with them after dark? I mean, how does it go?
Well, I'm kind of a struggle streamer. I'm trying to get my numbers up. I do have a few hate watchers, and they only really type in the comments. They don't come up to the panel so much. But I love them. I love them. They kind of hold me accountable. I'm starting to get a little more serious. Maybe because I'm older. I don't know why. I'm talking more about politics for whatever reason. It's just something that appeals to me. and I have a few quote unquote libtard fans that hate watch. I love them. It's great. And maybe I'm in an echo chamber sometimes, or maybe I need to be held accountable. And maybe I can see it from a different perspective. I am not to the level yet where I have comments that are out of control or trolling other people yet. I hope to reach that level. I hope to have these problems. We'll see in the future.
That attitude is exactly why I invited you up here. So I would not be alone in the complete lack of caring what people think. These are not people. These are imaginary people and voices inside your head that you read on a screen. There may actually be a pulse attached to this individual, but his opinion has no bearing on your life. He might be in the Southeast Asia. He might be in Zonda-Wonderland. He might be in the Caribbean. He might be in a freaking hobo in a park somewhere just spamming on your chat. And you're going to take a personal affront to some words that came out of some hobo's fingers and do something that fruits up your channel statistics. And I don't understand it. I've seen it happen. I've seen people do it. I don't get it. And yes, I have had people come at me hard. I've had the emails. I have a ridiculous number of people's penises in my inbox. It is ridiculous how many people send me penises, and I don't know why.
Is that what I have to do to get ahead? Are you like the Harvey Weinstein of YouTube? I mean, if you want a dick pic for subs, bro, we can work something out. I'm not going to put my face on it, of course, just between you and me, right? But is that what it takes to get subs around here? Because I'll send you a dick pic. I'll send it right now, actually.
Generally, when I send a dick pic, it's Richard Nixon in the sweaty debate. You remember the one where you had the pit stains and the drips coming off?
No, that's an old reference. Is that
no? It is. But that's one tricky.
One went against JFK, or no? Who went against JFK in the fame? Is that what you're talking about? No,
I think so. I think that's the one. That was his.
And all the ladies were like, "Ooh, look, he's so handsome," and then he won president.
Yeah,
shot
because he had a Hollywood production assistant come in and do the hair and the makeup with proper stuff instead of like Nixon, who showed up with like a light blush and a really, really bad suit. That suit was wearing him by the time the night was over. But it's hilarious. What's up?
Yeah, he's not very handsome. Not very handsome, that Nixon, poor guy. But
yeah. And I have a particular gripe with him for penciling in weed at the top of the Schedule 1 drugs. That is absurd, dude. That shit was written in pencil, bro. That shouldn't be official. But okay, whatever. We're doing it. We're doing this thing.
Changing. It's on the docket, FYI.
Yeah, good. Bring it. Oh, God, yes. I built an aquaponics system thinking that it would be freaking legal by now, and I'm still in Georgia, damn it. I appreciate it. Hit that like button.
Give it time. It'll be legal there before long. Just give it time. They're working on it.
You've never been to Georgia, have you?
No, but if I do go, I'm going to visit you because
yes,
you're
sir.
the only person who goes there.
We have an equal number of liquor stores and churches.
Oh, so a bunch of crooked people. I got you.
Bro. We take that small town corruption to a brand new level. You have heard of Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
There you go, bro. I'm talking about old school, good old boys club where that shit was born, bro. All right. So in general, we're all relatively in agreement that people should get their or you as a panel operator have the discretion on who gets to say what to an extent. Is that what we're saying?
Well, it's their channel. They're allowed to have what they want on there and what they don't want to have on there. They could like everybody else is saying, they could just boot them out. So it is in the end up to you on who you have on your panel. This is like you said, you just got to pay attention, make sure they're not saying the wrong thing, because we all know how YouTube likes to react and how they are.
Your mic is off, Em. No one can hear you, Em.
You know, she's arguing with the shadow people.
Does Em know that does she know she's clipped in the intro?
Yeah.
Probably in many people's intros. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's a good clip.
I feel like
I would know. I saw.
It's a good clip.
I don't know.
It's a good clip.
I haven't seen it. Who? What? His intro?
It's one of the shorts. It's one of
It's a
the
good
shorts.
clip of you. Check it out.
I've got another one
I think I seen this.
that is. It's basically just you smiling at the camera when you came on Sasquatch Shills
With the hat.
with the hat.
So do I need to go put that on? Oh, speaking of, you will never believe what I found in the tree today. It was so weird. It was at a place that's all get out. Like, so on my walk, I was looking at, wait, should I be quiet? Should probably be quiet.
Is the tree on a panel?
Well, it was
Does it host
pretty.
panels? Does it
I'm
host
talking,
panels?
I was really, I brought the dang banana peel back. You want to see it? It's a banana peel, like a legit banana peel. I don't know why people don't believe a damn thing I say.
It's not a lack of belief. It's a total off-topic point. Hold on. Today's thoughts with
You
them.
just said monkeys.
This
No,
is
you were
going to
talking
be
about
officially a part of the show. We are now doing officially a part of the show. Today's thoughts with them. You have 3 minutes. Go.
I didn't even pull the phone out. And I don't know if you got me muted.
You're
I don't
good.
know
We
if
hear you.
And
What
I don't know
banana?
if I'm talking to
Banana.
the
Where's
judge
the
or
banana,
who
babe?
I'm talking to. So
So you don't want 3 minutes. So you're not going to do it since I give it to you. That
what
is
to
amazing.
say because people take it and run with it. Do you not?
I do, but you're in a semi-public forum and you're saying things that you know will be clipped. Why digress that hard and that quickly when you know somebody's going to try to use it against you and that it's going to trigger you when they do?
That word too. I think I'm gonna put that in my thing and to keep
You're
that.
not muted. I swear to God, you're not muted. Now you are. Okay.
I figured that. I knew.
Okay, whatever. We're gonna roll on with the concept. So when it comes to the use of other people's content, when you're doing a reaction type thing and you bring guests up, is that considered a panel or is that a different type of thing? Like what you do, Midlife. You are looking specifically at political stuff, but you're trying to discuss the politics of it in situ, so to speak.
And what is your question? Oh, do I have the rights to clip them when they're on my panel? I hope so, because I do. I don't know what the law is. I'll have to consult my legal department,
Okay.
of course.
If someone comes up on your panel, whether they have a channel or not, if it's sourced from your channel, it is your content. From
Okay.
that point forward, you own the copyright because you were the first one to upload that. Right?
That's good. That's good to know. But what is your question there? I'm just trying to get. I'm just trying to get together. Like I see these other YouTubers are so successful and they make it look so easy, and I'm just like, man, I can do that. And then when I try to do it, it's like maybe it's harder than it looks. I'm trying to get it done, and I'm just looking for these clips that I can clip it up and maybe generate some interest somehow, right? I mean, I have a dream, right? I want to just sell everything and not work for anybody. I want to travel the world, van life for a couple of months out of the year and be a YouTuber, man. I want to go snowboarding. I want to go hunting. I want to go surfing. I just want to drive all around, man. Right?
I hear you.
Be like, oh, look at me. I'm snowboarding in Aspen, Powder Day. What's up? And then go somewhere else. That's what I want to do. And
snowboarding in the morning and surfing in the afternoon.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Do it.
I hear you, baby. I hear you.
And just do like some stream and just have a couple laptops and stream out the bus, man. And I'm looking for the magic sauce. I'm looking for the right group of people. I'm looking for the magic sauce indeed. And I want to rub it all over myself and blow up. And I would trying to find the right panelists to get the magic. It's like a relationship, right? You can have great panelists and great people, but when you put them together, doesn't mean you're going to get great content. And you have to have the great content. And I am just searching for that, trying to get the magic content. And sometimes I feel like I get a little bit of the magic, but I'm just trying to spread the magic around the world. But can't spread it enough. Can't get the response I want. I don't know.
That's actually kind of the second part of this whole concept here. It's that magic that you're looking for, that certain something. Can you recognize it when you see it? Is it something that you can distill and bottle? Can you sell it down on the street corner? I mean,
I feel the magic. It feels
Feeling.
magical to me, but the rest of the world doesn't. So then it's like, is it really magic? I don't know.
Maybe.
I feel like there's 300 million Americans, right?
Right.
And there's like Canadians and there's other people that speak English. I bet you there's billions of people on this planet. I bet you there's at least 100,000 people that want to hear what I have to say. I bet there is, but I just need to find them.
Right.
You need to just get the word in the streets. Yeah. And then maybe I can live my dream. Yes.
Live my dream.
That's the answer. The freaking magic sauce. That's what every single YouTuber that has any intention of monetizing ever is looking for. They're looking for that magic sauce. You have different levels, different frames, different methods. We're all trying it. And 99% of us are Iron Manning our channels. There is one person filming, speaking, writing, editing, uploading, quality control, double checking everything, and we always make up a fake dude to blame that doesn't exist so that no one would get mad when I say, damn it, Lorenzo, give me another power bar. Right? So we can just blame somebody that's not us because it's all our fault. Every mistake we make, that's ours. We got to own it. Every time we do something inappropriate, it comes back on us. It is a backdraft explosion that you just don't expect to happen. You say something wrong, you misspeak in a video, you mispronounce a word, and you have 300 people show up in chat coming to tell you, by the way, it is a potato, not potato. You need to get yourself right. It's actually type folks, you know? And when you're looking for that magic, when you're trying to make that work, it's never what you think it's going to be. Like, I can give you a formula for a bit of success, but it's not really success. It's just a formula for the algorithm. That's it. It's jiggling the handle. You just got to change it up a little bit every couple of weeks because the algorithm gets used to stuff. And once your new little thing that you jiggled the handle with tones down, you have to add a little bit more of yourself to it.
Well, I mean, if you don't take the time to learn the algorithm and stuff like that, then your channel's not going to go anywhere. Like, there really is a science, I don't know, whatever, you know what I mean, to the algorithm. For I don't know, a year and a half didn't listen to somebody coaching, and then I did, and I mean, it's been beneficial to me. So
right. I mean, I am not monetized. You can't, although the smoking auditor has figured out how to donate to me, and I'm not telling anyone else how he did it, but that creeped me out a little bit. You can't donate to me, so you cannot pay me to come on the show. You can't induce it. You can't incite it. You have to produce some type of content that either catches my eye, or someone else that's been on the show has to bring you to my attention and be like, you might want to check this one out because ... You know, that's how Midlife Bro Logic got brought in, and I can't even remember who sent me to him.
I found Flo from watching Chaotic Truth, and then we probably met on Flo's channel.
We met on Flo's channel, but right before we met, I hadn't even subscribed to you yet. I just had the message saved somewhere, the link saved in a folder, and was gonna go mess with you later. And then you popped up on Flo's channel, and I was like, well, shit, there he is. I'll just talk to him since he's here.
Someone actually recommended me. Well, whoever you are, thank you.
I wish I could remember who it was.
A million more of you, that would be awesome. So shout out to the mystery person. Why are you not monetized, bro?
Because
that's not cool.
I don't request monetization.
Why?
If you monetize, there's another layer of terms of service you have to you are beholden to. And then you have advertisers terms of service, which are a little bit different, like AdSense. And then if you're going to sponsor, there's a whole nother batch of rules that layer over the top of the previous ones. And so as an unmonetized channel, I have the ability to do things that monetized channels can't do because it would affect their monetization status.
But bro, you're not.
Have you been monetized before?
No, I have never
Never.
requested monetization. No,
Never.
I
Doesn't
did
make
not.
any sense.
And I did not intend
You
for this.
didn't get monetized and then over 1 million views and then struck all in the same couple days?
Oh no, I received the notification that I could be monetized, hit 184,000 views in 8 hours, got 100,000 views that week, which the last 8 hours was another 100,000 views right there, all wrapped up in the same batch of shorts. But the last short I put up struck me. They sent me the email saying, congratulations, you've reached X number of hours, you can now do these things. And the following email stated that I had lost that ability to do those things, and the one after that told me that I'd received a strike for cruelty to animals.
What were you doing? Hunting or something?
No, sir. It was an edited video that someone currently has up on YouTube that has millions of views, that is still monetized, that I edited out a tidbit and said the word powdered turbo.
What does that even mean?
And they said that I was trying to induce animal cruelty. And if you've ever owned a horse, some of the vitamins and medicines that you get come in powder form. And you're supposed to mix it with a little bit of sweet feed that you know your horse will eat, like dog warmer and whatnot, right? So stop panicking, Em. I'll get it. Just let it stop. Just let it. You're good. You're good. Okay. And so there was this clip of a horse taking his medicine and another horse, a totally different horse in a totally different country, running very, very fast. And I suggested that it was maybe not medicine. And that was the joke. That was it. It was like 8 seconds or something, 10 seconds maybe. And I caught a strike for that. And I'm actually technically still under that strike as far as the probationary period you catch afterwards.
Bro, I don't know why you're not going to monetize. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like we have to sit you down right now and have an intervention. Bro, like the whole thing is to get monetized, man. Just to get paid to come up here and YouTube. Are you getting, I mean, is your Cash App like off the hook, or what's going on there?
I won't post my Cash App. You can't donate to me.
Are you rich? I mean, don't answer that.
So what we're gonna do is
don't you want extra money though? I just, you know, I'm so confused.
You can be confused. That's a perfectly acceptable response to someone who seems to be throwing money away. I understand your perspective, but keep in mind, I am trying my best. When the whole reason I started this channel, get this, was to read Westerns. But when I joined a panel, something weird happened. This thing happened where I was able to conversate with people, and we never come to an understanding, but we did exchange information, and people suggested that I should maybe do something involving in that. And so I created the show Sasquatch Shields, where I promote specific smaller creators to my guests. And not only does this seem to bring the individuals that I host tend to be permanent subscribers. They go nowhere. Right. But also their top 10 mods on virtually on every channel usually stick around for a long period after that. Whether it's permanent or not is yet to be seen. And then their handful of diehard subscribers also tend to go along with the subscription. So you pick up each guest, you'll pick up 5, 10, maybe 15 subscribers. And then at the other end of it, these are subscribers that do not leave. They show up later. Sometimes the moderators on other channels will start channels and eventually come on the show as a guest later. That kind of stuff. And the whole purpose of Sasquatch Shields is to help creators make content better and easier. Like you said, you go and you try to do things that you've seen people do, and it doesn't seem to work. and you assume that it's because you're doing something wrong. And that's probably correct. But what if what they're doing is actually easier than the way you're trying to do it?
Well, I don't try to do what they do. I can only be me, right? And
That's true. But you do see things and like to emulate. Like,
okay, yeah, I'll say that. I'll say that. Sure. I'll go that far. Absolutely. But I really can't blame anyone else, right? It's got to be me. It's got to be me, right?
Exactly. So, someone else has come on your channel and produced something that did something negative to your channel?
Who, me?
No, M. She wanted to tune in. I asked her a question.
No, I was just listening. I don't even know if my channel is even visible to y'all most of the time. I don't know. I really don't. I'm being straight up honest. Especially the last 2 weeks, I've been trying to sort that out.
Okay, that's a great point. A lot of people are doing their channels operating from phones. And when you're operating from a phone, you don't have access to the full YouTube studio. So you don't get to see some of the old comments, some of the statistics, some of the analytics and stuff. And so it can feel a lot like reaching around in the darkness.
I guess. I mean, yeah, I get, I just like colors. Whatever. Like I said, they're going to have to catch my freaking ass. That's all I know.
What's up, Cynthia? Let me ask you this. Do you ever see something on YouTube that you try to emulate in a new way?
I don't see stuff, but I'm inspired by things that, so I guess, yes, I get inspired. And also I wanted to go back to the people that come up and say things. I don't necessarily like the trolls, but I understand they're necessary. No matter who the troll is, even if they're completely against me, they've given me an end to stand on my hill better. So I like when people who disagree with me come up because it gives me an opportunity to stand on my hill. And so I find them to be a necessity, but a limited necessity. And at the end of the day, sometimes you're just like, okay, I'm so over it this second. And then a troll happens to pop up and carries the show for you a few minutes, which engages another conversation.
Hey, midlife bro logic, as far as a reach around in the darkness sounding gay, if it gets me more subscribers, we can talk later after the show.
Nah, we're doing it now. No, I never want to talk to anybody after the show, especially a troll. Oh, hell no.
Are you defining trolls as people who disagree with you, or are you talking about people who seem to put a target on you?
Both. You have to be very careful who you give access to, who you allow access to.
Or just be a civilized human being when you're speaking to other people. This is not hard.
We're not talking about civilized human beings. We're talking about people who disagree with you or trolls, both of them. So, but is the disagreement the trolling, or does it take an actual effort to become a troll?
Yes.
No, sometimes it's necessary. Yes, it does take an effort to be a troll.
So if you say it's blue and I say it's green and you say, does that make me a troll because you think it's blue and I think it's green? Or if you say it's blue and I say it's red and you know I'm completely full of trash, does that make it a troll?
I don't think you can truly know where their intentions are truly coming from. You can only suspect. What would make you a troll is the way you handle the disagreement. If you handle it in a trolly way, in a cutting down way, and not a communication way, then that you're a troll. And there's nothing wrong in that.
If you've got a Cash App, drop it in some chat somewhere if possible. I think Midlife and M might be the only two that can't. The rest of y'all should be on my channel. I don't think you can. After that firefight in Flow State's chat that night, or did I remod you after that? I can't
Oh, I
remember.
don't know. If you need to do that, I don't know if you know or not. I unsubscribed to you and Flo like freaking like 2 or 3 weeks ago for just like I keep telling people this is what I'm freaking doing, and like that. I don't have to answer none, y'all. I know who I do have to answer to. So when they show
Yes,
up,
ma'am.
bring it. I don't give a fuck.
You are absolutely
See, but
Sorry.
that
correct.
doesn't. Okay, so some
No.
people may see M as a troll, but I wouldn't view that as a troll. So again, you don't ever know how anybody's intentions are. It's just kind of
Show me
M
that
is
beautiful
far,
being.
far away from a troll.
All right, you're good.
yeah, she's definitely not.
Oh, now we
It's
got
not
drama
enough.
slut.
I don't
Hell
know.
yeah.
She's
No,
Oh, is it
no.
Flo?
God dang it.
I'm still
No.
subscribed to you, so
I know she
go fuck
unsubscribed
Bitch,
to
you don't
me
yourself.
answer me.
too.
Shut up. You fucking.
Okay.
I know I'm
Oh.
still subscribed. She had
I
modded
don't.
me
I
and
don't. Yeah, I don't
everything. I
unsubscribe to
still don't know
people.
why you're mad, but
I'm
I
gonna. You know what? I'm gonna
understand
go
it's
leave a
you.
fucking comment. I'm gonna leave an eggplant emoji on every goddamn one of your videos right now. That's what my
Please
phone
don't.
charges.
Please don't.
Swear to God.
What
Please
can I leave,
don't.
Flo? What can I leave as for a vagina?
Is there a labia mister emoji?
It's a peach.
No, there's a
Yeah, that
peach,
should be
guys. We
the
gave
next
you the peach
emoji. That
already.
should be
Come
your
on,
next
man.
emoji, Flo, is the labia monster.
Y'all motherfuckers got me fucked up, man. I don't know what.
You're
This is
about
why
to
I'm
get
not a
fucked up
teacher.
with
'Cause
all
I
these eggplants. You better watch yourself.
Yeah, it's happening.
Why
Trying to
would I,
unsubscribe.
that
I
just
get how I'm gonna
occurred to
click
me
on it. How
recently.
you unsubscribed to me like 2-3 weeks ago. Bitch is getting eggplanted.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, wait. Back to the panels. Back to the panels. Okay.
I'm so
Flo,
confused.
Let's stay on track. Stay on track.
do you want
So-
to do a pitch for the group?
Thanks, guys.
Do I want to?
Do it.
Oh, I'm not ready right now. Don't subscribe to these motherfuckers. Unsubscribe to M. Leave an eggplant on all of her videos. Unsubscribe to her. Go to Midlife Bro and tell him he's gay for trying to sneak out my underwear picture and then OnlyFans plan. Tell Cynthia she doesn't have empathy. She doesn't know what it is. That's why she thinks she has it. She's totally confused about it.
What? Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't have anything for
Photo
AJOT.
album?
Tell AJOT she doesn't talk enough for me to fucking have a proper insult ready for her. And tell Caucasian Sasquatch that I'm not going to insult him because I'm kind of scared of him and he's got the keys to my house.
Oh, hey. Oh.
But
hell
unsubscribe from
no.
all these motherfuckers and then come subscribe to me and buy a membership and
There's
So
still no-
I'm-
then
I
piss
never
on all their
did
emojis
speak
and then
towards
piss on
that.
all their emojis on my channel.
There you go. All right. So that's what Flow State does right there. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Anybody disagree?
Yeah. I
No,
have
it's awesome
empathy.
what he does.
I actually don't
I
know what
just-
game we're playing at all or like what's going on now, but
It's YouTube Slave Class 1. We're discussing creator thoughts and panels, right?
okay.
Some people have channels, have stake in YouTube. They understand terms of service, and other people just come up and spurg out for no apparent reason. Right.
Creator thought.
And that's what we're discussing are the individuals that show up on a panel or show up in chat and they just say things. They say stuff with no consideration for terms of service, no consideration for what it might do to your channel. And are these people's opinions valid? Are they valuable or worthwhile?
Well, I mean, everybody's on a sliding scale. I think there's also another group in there that's worth considering, though, which is the ones who are aware of the terms of service, but give no consideration at all to like the panel vibe, right? Like, I don't know if you saw a couple days ago when I just dumped half the panel.
Yeah.
Why did you annihilated your own chat? Or are we rewinding the whole video?
It was the panel. He dumped half the
I
panel.
did, yeah, the panel.
See,
It's not
this-
because
this
anyone,
is really fucked up.
nobody on there had done anything wrong per se. I wasn't mad at anybody, but the group
You're right.
together didn't work out for me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
together, it was just, it wasn't
agree.
good.
It's the
It wasn't good
formula.
media.
It's
It
a
was
formula.
unfortunate.
You have to be a content creator. You really have to be a maestro. You have to be the MC of the show, and you have to recognize if this person pops up and this person's here. If I start a conversation about A, B, and C, I know that them two disagree on it. That can carry the show for about 20 minutes. But you have to understand when you have to understand the balance. And so obviously
Okay.
you had an off balance, and you did exactly what you did, and you reset it. And there's nothing wrong in that. That's your job as your host of your show.
Actually, I have to go a step further on that, because when you said to be a content creator, you were kind of off base. But to manage a panel, you have to be capable of herding cats.
That's
None
possible.
of us, none of us is going to go along with a freaking narrative, regardless of how mild that narrative may be. If you say something that AJOT disagrees with, she's on a panel, she's a paneler, she hosts panels, she's gonna say something about it, or she's gonna say it muted and not realize.
But that's good content.
Shut your mouth.
I
That's
would
fine.
consider
I mean,
that
if
to
it's
be
good, sometimes
content.
it's good content, but and maybe I am just projecting my own thought onto what Sasquatch is saying. He's not saying this at all, but I think what he's saying is that YouTubers are narcissistic and obnoxious. Or my
Paneler.
What does that have to do with what is it? What is
herding cats?
Herding cats. YouTubers in general are narcissistic and centered onto themselves. They have to be centered on their channel in order to keep it from getting mute, especially if you're paneling. Now, if you're just making static videos, if you're just filming moths or doing shorts, that's a little bit of a different equation. If you don't join the panelverse for any extent of time, you're kind of not involved in this particular part of the discussion, but it also loosely applies to chat. So this concept of like, let them have their say on a closed platform has its value, but does it have enough value to run the ragged edge of the terms of service?
do they cross it, or are they just tap dancing right near it?
Okay, so all right, you know how I've been kind of jerking your chain about the whole white hate
Yes,
thing,
Weddle, I do know.
About how she's racist?
Yes,
it's just
I
a
am.
gag, and I'm just jerking your chain. It's just funny to me. It humors me.
Oh
I actually think it's hilarious too when she gets mad and yells at white boys.
It's like you said, it's great content. You might not like how I produce it, but it is excellent, and people love to hear you spurg out on me.
They do, and I don't know why.
Because you're really good at it, I suppose.
You're good at it, and it's a nice juxtaposition to your normally, like, you're kind of bubbly boppy, you know, a little bit of the HR vibes going on. But then when you come unglued, you're like a fucking nightmare.
It's great.
Anyways, yes, that's good content. That's absolutely good content. Yeah.
So has it been worth it to you for me to jerk your chain that way?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. See, that validates it in itself. I've noticed you're not actually angry, but at the same time, you do spurg out pretty good. Toe baby, you want to tell everybody what you
need jerked?
And I love how Be Brave came back and kind of gave a different perspective to it. And to me, that brought it full circle. Did Be Brave go to your panel? No. I'm talking about on your panel. In my thought of creating a good show, I would have circled back around to that conversation and brought particular people up. Be Brave, Swag.
I have an issue with circles.
When you circle around, Jalen, I would have brought a certain people back up because you knew every one of us would have had a different stance on it.
Yes.
And it gets the chat involved. It gets them fired up, and you stopping it from being an open panel. When you open that panel, it would be a herd rush to get up there. And that's how you create good content. You find a moment, you hone in on it, and you build off of it. But in order to do that, you have to recognize the moment. And yet that can't be taught. It's either in you or it's not. Or, I mean, maybe you can learn it. I don't know.
10,000 hours. The saying goes, I don't know as to the validity of it.
Yes.
But the saying goes, to become an expert at any particular skill takes a general 10,000 hours. And that doesn't mean you have to spend the whole 10,000 hours. It just means that you have to go in with the mindset of accomplishing the goal, regardless of how much effort it takes. So if it takes 10,000 hours, on that 10,000th hour and you haven't accomplished it, we're doing 10,001.
I think
Right.
though the 10,000 hours isn't for me, and I can only speak for myself. I don't have it from panels. I have it from interaction with people. It's the same. It's a different type of people on the panel verse, but in their bones are the same. You just have to figure them out. There's more to
All right,
different.
Swiss Miss points out a very good point here. She says creators need to ensure that the mods are aware of terms of service and not just mod everyone up. And I agree. Not all moderators are created equal. Some of them will go on complete massacres just because somebody did a hiccup. Are we familiar with Crystal's Phoenix?
That's another conversation. How important are your mods to your content?
Dude.
Who would go on massacres? What mod would do that shit?
No idea. I don't even know.
Why would they?
I don't know. You're muted.
We don't know why some of our mods.
I know. I was letting people finish talking first.
Good luck. I doubt that's going to happen. This is a very different.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
I don't think that's what we're doing here.
What?
Are you a YouTuber?
Who are you asking?
Crystal.
Sorry, I was muting my actual YouTube because I was getting a. So
yeah,
when it comes to like creative and like making content and everything, I'm new to the YouTube side of it. I do a lot of content on LinkedIn and stuff, but it's basically the same when it comes to the panels. I have found that it's a lot. It flows a lot better for me. Like I'll do audio rooms versus lives, and the flow is easier because you're not having to worry about watching a chat and things like that. So for me, creating content, I actually prefer having a panel and an open discussion versus, just a scheduled like little thing that's going on. I don't know if that makes any sense. But
that's a good. You bring up good points about not paying attention to the chat and being able to focus on the panel.
Right. But are you saying that you prefer an audio framework without a chat, or you prefer to be live streaming actively?
Like I said, I'm just getting into like the live streaming with YouTube. On LinkedIn, we have, I don't know if anybody uses the LinkedIn platform as well, but we have audio rooms where you can just invite everybody up to the stage. You really don't see any of the comments or anything when you're in the room, so it's just a different feel to it,
Right. Okay.
LinkedIn is for professionals.
You do upload content though. You have a channel that has videos on it. People can go watch it.
Absolutely. I have a channel.
Subject or topic or niche that content falls into.
Mental health. I'm a domestic abuse awareness speaker, advocate, author.
God, I could have used you last night.
Dude, you'd be killer last night.
Yeah, we've been fucking awesome.
Right. So, have you got anything to say for yourself now?
Actually, you should do a collaboration with me. I got a video we need to review.
Absolutely.
That is awesome. And
AJOT knows how to get a hold of me. Also, you could go to my channel. I have all of my links to be able to reach out is on there. Or riseofcrystalphoenix.com has my calendar and everything to set up a meeting to figure it all out.
Good deal.
Okay, good deal.
Man, John,
what are the benefits of doing the panels or the chat rooms on LinkedIn? Do they usually carry over to YouTube or not?
Actually, yes. Not the audio rooms, but a lot of like if you go to my channel and go under my playlists that says my lives, all of my lives were streamed through YouTube, LinkedIn, and some of them were also on Facebook. But most of the people that I'm speaking with in those are my connections through LinkedIn that I met. Like Level Up Academy, I met CJ through LinkedIn, Susanna, actually, almost all of them except for 2 actual lives on there were connections through LinkedIn.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. It's
Hey,
a
bud,
lot more than just finding
refresh
jobs.
your YouTube. As far as I know, there's sound. I will double check, but I'm pretty sure somebody
I'm
would have
sorry, what?
mentioned now.
Oh, also, can you drop her link, please?
Yeah, drop it in the back chat. I'll drop it in StreamYard. It should go everywhere, in theory.
You'll put it in the front. Someone else puts it in the back.
That's how we do it. We're straight DP union. All right, listen, we need to stop doing that, Flo. Just quit it.
Nope.
I dropped my link in the chat in here.
Cool beans. All right. Careful.
She got to the backside before me, sorry, and then I dropped the wrong link. I dropped Cynthia's, so it's back there.
That'll do. I'll put those in too.
Did you at least give a reach around? I mean, come on.
I just subscribed, Crystal.
In the darkness, even.
Much appreciated.
Right. That's the way that works. Okay, so what's your opinion on having the randos, the people? I was hoping Dennis Bigfoot would show up because he's one of the best examples I have. And the Smoking Auditor is a former example. He swore he would never make content until I convinced him to upload a single short. And after that, he was hooked.
Honestly, when it comes to, like, I have some shorts that I've made. I'm still working on getting like that mindset, because being an author and everything else, I'm in the middle of 2 different projects because I just got told that I am being in another anthology and everything. So it's like I've got so many projects going all at once that like making shorts is hard.
I disagree.
Now you won't.
Making shorts is perfect for you because you can accomplish one in just a few minutes. You can have it uploaded and ready to go. You could take a day. Occasionally, I haven't uploaded a short in a couple of weeks now because I have difficulty talking to smaller channels, or rather they won't respond to me when they look and see I have 4,000 subscribers. They're just like, oh, he's not really interested in me. He's just trying to use me or whatever, or going to troll me or something. No, I honestly want to talk to individuals. I want them to come in and discuss their content, how they go about doing it, because how else am I supposed to learn how to do my channel properly when I set up my real channel?
See, and that's my whole thing. I'm still trying to figure like all of it out. You can ask AJot. I was begging her to like help me with some of it because a friend of mine gave me like this awesome opening for my lives and everything. He made me this beautiful opening, and I can't figure out how to. Yeah, an intro, and I can't figure out how to upload it to the StreamYard to put it in and all that stuff. I am not like tech savvy when it comes to that. My other half is, but he works 2 jobs as it is. I'm trying to figure it out on my own.
Right? No, we're all Iron Manning our channel. Almost every one of us up here, with the exception of AJot. And I'm gonna say Flow State, although not really. He's doing his channel single-handedly. All I do is like double check to make sure certain topics aren't broached in chat, or like if anybody tries to bring up some German scat porn or something, I post that before it ever gets there.
Porn bombs yesterday. Of course they didn't. They were not successful because they suck. So it was fun. I got to taunt them.
Bro, sometimes I'll be sitting backstage and there'll be 3 of them going during a show. They just pop. It's
funny because you can always tell who they are, right? They've all got that. There's something about them. You can't really. There's just a vibe.
It's a flavor. It's almost a smell. Even though this is all over the internet, we can't see, we can't smell or taste any of that crap. When you pop in and you have that weird lost look on your face, like you're not sure what you're doing here, or you have obviously clipped someone else to try to use them to come in, or you've got an old version of one of my avatars trying to come in like they did with Wandering Hippie, and they got him with it. What's funny is I changed my avatar that day. Earlier that day, I had a new avatar, and somebody came in with my old one and got him a nice little takedown. But it happens. These are things you have to be prepared for. You have to be prepared for people who come here specifically to cause problems with your channel. And if you're not prepared for that, I believe you should guest on panels for a while to get like a feel for it, right? And maybe not my panel might not be best, because you'll never notice a change in my face. I will not react to the porn bomb that's backstage. I won't say a word. I will never mention their name. If somebody shows up and they're over here trying to troll on me and I don't enjoy the trolling, y'all will never find out about it.
I have done a lot of guest panels. That's like my whole the whole like thing where it's my lives. You know, I've done a lot of like the guest panels and stuff, but I'm trying to get my brand out there and with the awareness of domestic abuse and all of that, because I'm tired of the victims being the ones to blame and everything. You know, well, what did you do to get them to do this? It's like, no. Everybody's responsible for your own actions.
You mentioned the brand. All right. Mm-hmm. You're doing an advocacy approach utilizing a branding option. That's a strange choice to me. And she's gone. Nope. Somebody's gone. We lost.
No, I'm still here.
Did we lose M? She probably dropped off because I'm dropping eggplants on all of her videos.
You're a certain kind of evil, brother.
Pay attention in class flow.
Huh?
When I say I'm trying to use my brand, the Rise of Crystal Phoenix is my book series about domestic abuse. And that's the brand, is Crystal Phoenix. Okay. And I'm just trying to get that as, you know, as a symbol of, you know, domestic abuse awareness, of hope. That's what I mean by, you know, with my brand.
Okay. All right. So it's a little different from, and I hope I'm not blowing your cover, Cynthia, of the approach that was brought to me, where she was wanting to utilize basically a nonprofit type framework in order to but utilize it under a brand option. And I think the definition of a brand is for profit. So I'm not sure that's going to work as an advocacy thing, but as far as your books and branding based off of your writings, your work, that's perfectly legitimate. That makes sense.
Actually, one of these days I would like to pick you guys' brains on one simple topic: men's self-care.
No such thing. Anyway, moving on. What we're trying to cover is the panel verse and how you go about managing this herd of cats that has a tendency of coming out of the woodwork. I've seen a lot of really negative chats, and I've seen some really dirty places. I specifically went to one of the worst chats, and I will not mention this man's name out loud, but I went and kiped 2 of his mods because they were effective and they were just relentless. If you do something that damaged the channel, you're out. You're out so fast it'll make your head spin. You won't even realize you're out. You're gone so fast.
That's what I tend to do. My kid has me mod his Twitch channel. Right. And I've kicked some people out of his room because they were being stupid and inappropriate.
Is this child?
He's 16.
Okay, so yes, we're talking about a child. In that case, heavy-handed is better than not. I agree. But when you're running a channel like Flow States, if Flow State was heavy-handed on his chat was evaporate over a week. It would no longer be there because every single one of us says something that's a little bit hard in the paint just because it's funny.
There's a difference between a little off-color funny and being inappropriate and rude and disrespectful.
Exactly.
You've been to Flow State's chat.
There's gray area.
There definitely is, and I'm all for the like little bit of off-color, you know, funny stuff. I'm all for it.
You
I
haven't met
am.
Snaps.
Well, you won't meet him on my channel.
Yeah. There's a
Just saying.
difference between being funny and being disrespectful. And I think for the most part that you have to know that to be a successful panel host, content creator. And is there a difference between a troll in the chat and a troll in the panel? Like, will
The
you
amount of
accept
damage they can do.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. But in my experience, most people who come at you that you think are trolls, when they come on panel, they suddenly calm the fuck down.
Absolutely.
I don't know why that is. Now, there are exceptions. Sometimes people do come in and spur harder, but
somebody who can stay hard in the paint and keep that energy elevated on at the right time, they can be a fantastic thing.
It can be, but hard in the paint is the important issue. You want to keep inside the lines, but right on the edge.
Right.
And being able to ride that line is what makes a great show.
Also, when you say that, like, there's behavior that I will not tolerate in chat, in any chat that I mod as well, but I might let it slide if it was on the panel. I would let it go closer to the line than I would in the chat, if that makes sense.
Would it be on your panel or when you're on someone else's panel?
Probably in someone else's panel too, because
right. So you're not allowing it. You're just not speaking up when they allow it, and that's a little different.
Well, it's not speaking up. I want to be careful not to get the riot starters in the chat, because the chat can throw off the vibe. So if you start to recognize basically a cancer, just eliminate the cancer. And I don't get it out of there forever, just calm it down a little bit.
I'm not judging you how you mod your channel. I'm asking to learn more about how you do it, how AJOT does it, how Midlife Pro Logic does it. And hopefully people, creators in the chat and the various channels that are streaming this, can hear something that triggers some bell for them to be able to do some part of their channel modding, content creation better. There's a lot of panelers in Flow State's chat. There's a lot of panelers in mine. Some of them make content. Some of them are content. Is there a distinction there? I'm not so sure.
That's a really good question, because, and wow, you've given me really something to think about on that one, because I don't see myself as a content creator, as more as a, speaker and panelist. I don't like doing a solo live. I like having someone to talk to, bounce things off of, start a good debate, whatever, So that's a really good question, and something that I'm really going to think about and bring to a couple of different people and see what they say. So thank you for that one.
There's also different types of content creators. There's content creators who do interviews. There's content creators who do reviews. There's different types of content creators.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Level Up Academy, she does like a lot of interviews and things like that. I work with Level Up Academy a lot. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Aja.
I think that was what's up, Cynthia.
That was Cynthia.
That is another.
Sorry, Cynthia. either way, but that was a really valid point, because like she's not so much of a content creator as a interviewer, and just forced to be reckoned with.
That is a content creator.
I don't know if she does it, but what I do with my interviews typically is I will go in and do a 2-hour live stream, the first half of which is the actual interview Sasquatch Shields. The second hour is what I call Sasquatch After Dark, which is sort of similar to the YouTube. It's where the YouTube slave class came from. It's where the idea of just bringing creators together to discuss how to deal with terms of service, how to deal with trolls in chat like Toe for Life Chronicles, who is a straight up sparkle simp. Jesus, that man would go.
What is a sparkle simp?
Familiar with the daylight with what was it? What's the name of that series? the chick falls in love with a vampire and a werewolf, and there was this big to do.
Twilight.
The Twilight.
Yes.
He goes Team Edward, and I say you need some real man meat myself.
But Jacob
was
isn't
Team
broody
Bella.
enough, you know. That's Edward's got that brood that the chicks dig.
2 words: shiny sunlight.
Vitamin D.
None.
We know
I'm
that you want the
sorry.
D.
You need that D.
Oh.
But listen,
Mm.
what I'm getting at is we like Crystal Phoenix was
What?
saying, she views herself more as content than making content. But you are making content. Your friend is also making content. When I get done with my shows, I download them. I edit out the Sasquatch After Dark part. I take out all the ums and the burps and the, people dropping their phone and stuff, and I put it together into a nice little tidy package that you can go back to my channel. And like, truth be told, today he had a video that was on We the People University's channel. He's truth be told, is a cop watcher, and he had a really excellent experience with some cops where they violated his rights and then moved on with their life like they didn't. Beautiful video, probably very uncomfortable to make. He is a content creator, even though he considers himself a First Amendment advocate. He is clearly creating content. AJOP's been down that road. She's magnet fished. She's done panels. She's probably one of the more widely experienced content creators I have that I can actually call up, ask questions. On the other hand, you've got folks like What's Up Cynthia, who's recently joined the whole process of creating content, but up to this point has largely been on the back end of it, not the front. And so whether or not it paid off was less important than getting the job done. Is that accurate, Cynthia?
Absolutely.
Okay. So midlife bro logic, does this change your opinion? Any of this change your opinion on how you manage your panels, your shows? Are you more interested in doing a political pundit show, or do you want to do a panel verse show? Because they're very different things.
No, I'm not good at the panel verse. The panels for me, I'm not good at controlling, and they get out of hand, and I want to stay on topic, and then everyone else wants to introduce something, and then they send you like 5,000 links. They're like, show this, show this, show this, show this, and you're trying to go on these rants, you're trying to go on these takes, you're trying to sound intelligent, and it's quite overwhelming. There's a few content creators out there I like that I look up to, and one of the formats is they have a huge monologue, right? And they'll just talk and talk and talk all by themselves, solo. And then at the end, they'll bring up like one guest at a time. Like, that's pretty dope. I'd like to get that level. But sometimes I'm not really prepared for a subject. And then sometimes I'll rely on panelists, right? It can help me through if I don't really know. Or like sometimes I'll just be lazy and just react to some kind of political speech or something. And I want to hear
words. You're saying a lot of words, but what I'm hearing is you don't like to sit and just soliloquize directly to the audience. You would rather have something to react to and someone to talk to, at least one other person.
No, not always. If I feel strongly about something, sometimes I feel like I'm smart. And sometimes I feel like I have to get my words out, and then I just want to go solo because otherwise I'm always interrupted. People are always trying to say this or that. In the beginning, I like to go long and hard if I can. But again, all the subject matter I'm not an expert on. A lot of times I'm learning on the show. Sometimes I come into a show with an opinion that I totally talk myself out of, which I find very interesting.
It's weird how that works, right?
Or sometimes I'll be somewhere politically, maybe to the right or something, and then I'll get a bunch of right wingers who are like so far right wing that I have to start talking like a libtard because they're just like way out of control. And then
otherwise it's an echo chamber.
Yeah.
And that's really what you're fighting against. I've seen you swing both sides of the axe in the same conversation with 2 different people because one went hard in the paint left and one went hard in the paint right, but they were there at different points. And so you went to the opposite side to sort of balance the panel. I'm not sure I could do that. I had an intention of doing an animated avatar where I did political bullshit satire, something not unlike the Captain Curmudgeon thing that I got going on Sundays, the Blast Radius, where he comes in and does a monologue. He does This Week in History. He does brings in some news stories, and we discuss the stories. Usually there's some type of movie reference involved. There's some, like if there's protest or there's something like that, we go over all that stuff. That takes an hour and a half and we're done. And the content makes itself, and we honestly discuss it. But I am a normie and he is a political person, right?
Sure.
I could care less. And I kind of see myself as occupying the flyover state motif, whereas, you know, he's more of a California, oddly enough, a California Republican, but there it is, you know. And so I've been desperately looking for somebody to ride the second chair rather than me, who is farther left of center than he is, because a California Republican might not necessarily be right of center.
Yeah.
What's funny, like when it comes to like my political views, I'm all for like equality in marriage and stuff, but don't take my guns. You know, I kind of sit in the middle of all of it.
I think if you want to marry the same sex person, you should have the right to be just as miserable as the rest of us. I do have
I
one
used to say that all the time.
yeah, you do have one caveat though. The earning powerhouse that is two white men, or should I say straight presenting white men living
Dink,
in the same,
it's called Dink, dual income, no kids.
right. But that monetary powerhouse of two white guys in like upper Atlanta who both have college degrees and are bankers or whatever, these two people have the earning potential that no other combination of couples could ever possibly put together.
That's why the
think
neighborhoods
it's
are so nice.
interesting that y'all are looking at people and saying, I want someone who disagrees with me, because I never even think like that. I want someone who's committed and consistent like me, regardless of your views or not. You need to have the same drive I have and the same commitment.
That's absurd. That's going to be a very boring panel, because everyone's going to sit around and say the same things, and everybody else is going to go, yep, uh-huh, yep, yep, uh-huh.
Nuh-uh.
And that's not going to be very interesting. I don't think.
No.
It might work for your group. I don't know. That's why we're here. We're having this conversation to try to spread some of the information around what works, what doesn't.
I think that that's just a fairy tale thought, to think that you can have two people sit on a panel who agree on everything. I think
that'll never happen.
Yeah, that was never going to happen. Like,
that's the one thing I like about being like a host in the audio rooms, is if somebody's on stage and is being disrespectful or going too long or whatever, I have the power to mute them. That's the one thing I love.
And in StreamYards, I can mute you, but you can immediately unmute yourself. And some people have their presets set to be unmuted, and every time you mute them, it unmutes it automatically.
Oh, wow. How do you do
Chat
that?
drives me crazy.
I didn't know that was an option you could preset on, and I just always assumed that they were doing it manually. And I've kicked a lot of people out because I see that happen 2 or 3 times, and I flip the fuck out.
bro, certain cell phones allow for a preset before on their cell phone, not on StreamYard. And so you didn't find it funny that every time you clicked it, it immediately popped back. You think they're that good?
Because I figured they were just sitting there with their mouse over the button, like I do. I've done that to people. Huh?
I have too, but I mean, I told him it was my cell phone.
Yeah, no, I didn't even know that was an option.
No,
I bet I've X'd a few innocent people. That's all right.
Okay. Chat's jerking my chain over here telling me echo, but they were talking about echo chambers, right? If you're not willing to have a conversation with someone who disagrees with you, you probably shouldn't be hosting a panel, especially not an open panel. And if you're not going to be having a conversation with someone honestly, I'm not sure why you would join a panel other than to harm the channel.
Hold on. What? No. People like to join, and and be part of a community. Like, hey, look at me. I think like you. We're cool. Let's be in a club. They just want to. It's like an affirmation, something or another. No, people like that. It's like church.
There's
like
lots of
praise
reasons
Jesus.
people
Everyone's like,
join it.
amen. It's the same thing, man. People
But
like
what doesn't make sense is why some hosts will actually try to sincerely engage somebody who is a non-sincere guest. I've seen that happen. It drives me fucking nuts.
Okay, let's cover
Mel,
that.
if you're watching, I'm talking to you.
Oh.
Well, it could be like
you're just shooting up everybody
fun.
today, Flo, huh?
No, bring it.
And
This
I'm
is
over here
exactly
putting emojis on in all the comment sections of M's videos.
Are we putting eggplants? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm putting one eggplant emoji in each
Well,
in the comment section.
I mean, what Flo just said, I kind of felt that way watching a panel yesterday between generally specific and based oracle. Like, I'm sorry, it was
Yeah.
Those early hours were difficult to watch. I'm not going to lie. First of all, I want to be perfectly clear. I ain't got no shade to throw at nobody. And
no, it's no shade.
I kind of feel like I understand what based oracle was doing. And I don't understand why generally specific had a problem with it.
Did he have a problem with it?
He kind of rage quit towards the middle of it. Like, I don't know what else to call it. Or maybe he
I'm just asking.
I don't know, but they had a tiny, what appeared to be a tiny disagreement. And generally specific was like, fine, I'll leave, and did. It happens. I mean, it happens.
What did you see before that? Based oracle had been like picking at him for a while.
But is it picking, or was based oracle?
But this isn't the first time it's happened. No,
hasn't
this happened before?
Yeah,
I've seen based oracle do this with people. Like, I think based oracle is on the attack, right?
Right.
I don't know if it's happened with them.
He's definitely on the attack whenever he's in that frame. When he's in that mode, that's what he's doing. And once you recognize that's what someone's doing, it can be difficult to extricate yourself from the corner they're going to put you in, because they're making disingenuous arguments that they don't truly believe in, that they've heard that they thought were solid. And they're trying specifically to place it in front of someone who has not considered the topic and isn't prepared for these types of straw man arguments. Like, I wouldn't come at Flow State with some economic bullshit. It wouldn't even cross my mind to do so, because he's already thought out a large portion of that stuff and has had to defend it on panels. And he's not going to pull any punches when you say something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Respect. On the other hand, when you try to bring a disingenuous argument to me and I have the time to think about it, I am perfectly willing to disassemble that thing nuts and bolts. No problem with it. Am I prepared to do it at the drop of a hat? Probably not. If it's surprised onto me, like Joe Cool did with the abortion question, all I can do is take it as far as I have considered it. And at that point, I draw a blank, because I don't know where to go from there. I haven't thought about it. So and by the way, he did get an invite to this little shindig.
Who?
Joe Cool. So what it basically comes down to is, how much trash are you willing to deal with in your front stream?
None.
I'm sure that varies for everybody.
Right. That's my point. That's the question. When you're sitting there trying to decide whether or not you're going to do a panel, what type of panel, is it going to have a topic? Are you going to try to control that topic, or are you just going to come up and take suggestions from chat and roll from there? Which is also valid. That there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I find it's easier for me to keep my brain in check if I have someone else on panel, and it almost doesn't matter who, and a list of things I'm going to specifically discuss. So I might bring in bad cops, good cops, and fruit rolling.
I think for me, it depends on what mood I'm in. Sometimes if I'm in I want to do this solo mode, whatever, I definitely don't even open up the panel. I just kind of go based off of how I'm feeling and what I'm going, you know, what how my state of mind is.
That's perfectly valid. There's nothing wrong with that. Medlife?
As far as what, the panelists taking over, no, I try to stay on topic. That's what we're talking about, right? And I don't want them to make it go astray. There's plenty of successful channels out there where people just go on and on and on, and they're killing it. They're killing it in the game, and it's just like, hey, it is the modern.
Who's type
appears to be not me. It is what appears to be the modern kind of pub, kind of hanging out, but at your home, just on a friendly type matter. It's like a party on YouTube every night. Lots of people.
Right. Okay. So
and there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't want my channel to turn into that. And I'm not like looking down on that. I don't think they're doing way better than me, but I don't. That's not
like I said, it's just as valid. It is just as valid a topic. It is just as valid a method of paneling or of hosting, however you want to look at it. Whether you want to do it in a closed circuit of a very limited number of people, or you want to just invite anybody up to take a swing.
I think you're actually ahead of the game because you know what's working for you. And that's probably the first step, is understanding what works best for you.
Okay, well then explain me. I know specifically how to recruit subscribers en masse. I've proven that to myself and don't feel like I need to prove it to anyone else. And so when I make shorts, I do it specifically because I find this thing so funny that I can't stand it. I've got to share it with somebody. But there's tons of things I don't do because I know it's going to build a larger subscriber gap between me and the people I'm trying to interview, me and the people that I want to actually interact with, because there's no fun interacting with a channel that's got 2 million subscribers and they already know what they're going to do, and they've got 10 people in the back stream that's already telling them all the little gimmicks and everything, and maybe they have a squad of people helping them. These people don't need help. People like Truth Be Told don't need help, not because he's got a squad of people in the background, but because the type of content he's doing is very well received. And
right. So, but if you take Truth Be Told, since we're using him as an example, and put him on a panel to try to have a panel, it's not going to go the same way it goes for him as it does now.
True. If he were to try to host a panel, he would immediately panic and probably end the stream. I mean, honestly.
I mean, if he didn't, though, it wouldn't be successful in that. I mean, with that person, you know what I mean?
Right.
He's, because, like Cynthia was saying, you have different kind of, content creators and they do different things. He's better at going out in the field and doing, the videos there versus sitting behind a computer and trying to host the show.
Right.
For me, when we have this conversation, the first thing that comes to mind is build it and they will come. Like, your tribe's going to find you, and you have to, but whether you be a beginner, you have to just know that.
All right, AJot, you want to take a swing with that one? What did I tell you about the build it and they will come concept?
I'm sorry, what?
You'll be sitting there alone.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't agree with that.
Okay. So understood. I felt the same way. I've been on YouTube 2.5 years, almost 3. I'm almost at 2,300. I mean, but I have a solid base subs. I have good lives. I have, good interaction with chat. Anyway, that's how I started too. And it didn't get me anywhere.
Okay, but so it's a difference between not going anywhere because of you not being authentic or your tribe. And did you market it? Did you switch up the way you market it?
All that's extra stuff. You said build it and they will come, and I think that she's saying
build it and they will come.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, you still have to build. You build it and they will come. Okay, more people are coming. Okay, they're liking this topic.
Listen, AJot has done magnet fishing. She's done panels. She's done what was the other thing?
Titles, the hashtags.
No, these are not titles or hashtags. These are actual content. She went out with people to go film and filmed it and uploaded, and she picked up a few people from each of these groups.
But what I'm asking is, Did you switch up the way you did your titles? Did you research the keywords that people are looking for? They do have programs.
Well, when you bring all these other things into it, that doesn't sound like build it and they will come. I mean, that sounds like
but
more
you
than
still
build
have
it.
to market it. You still, I mean, you're just going to build it. You still
Can
have
we agree
to
that I'm
market
better
it.
at the English language than you?
What? You have to build it. And that's part of building is marketing and getting
No,
the
that's
word
part of
out.
managing. It's built at that point.
Okay, well
It's
then does
management.
there not need to be a manager in the building?
Not if you're building it, they will come.
I just feel like you're looking
We're
at
talking about
your
kids
tribe
smoking.
is coming.
All right,
But
you know
she
what?
said she had a tribe, and her issue became it didn't come. You had a solid base.
That's my.
Did you
That's,
not say that?
that's
Is that not them coming?
never
Because
my
you wanna
issue.
keep them coming. And
See, you
make it
got to stop it,
bigger.
Cynthia. I'm too immature for this.
That's insane that y'all think that you just can just do it and keep doing titles.
There
the
are
same,
tons
don't
of
switch
content
it up.
creators who open a StreamYard panel and sit there alone for 3 hours a night.
They do this every night. I'm not joking, but I want to call out a particular channel that did this for 5 years, and it wasn't StreamYard paneling. He was doing the show that he wanted to do, not because anyone wanted to watch it, but because he wanted to make the show that wasn't on YouTube, right? And he did this by himself with his 97 subscribers for 5 years. And one day I come across it was somebody, just like with Midlife Bro Logic, somebody sent me a link to his channel. I went and checked out his show, and I was like, this dude's laying down a flawless Dennis Miller imitation without meaning to. He's doing not necessarily the news and has never seen it, right? And I was like, that's freaking amazing. And so I contacted him, and after a little bit, he agreed to show me that beautiful bean footage, baby. After a little bit, he decided, all right, you're good. That he was going to, I talked him into coming up on the show. And after talking to him on the show, I cut a deal with him. I said, I will do a parody song if you will do a parody song. I can't sing, I can't carry a tune in a bucket, but I'll do it if you'll just do one. And he said, all right, man, I've been messing with something. I'll try it. And I was like, okay. So I did Alex Jones Squirrel Revival. I sang the whole thing as Alex Jones, with video and all that stuff. And he uploaded 3 different videos, one of which is still going stratospheric. My man's at like 300,000 or 400,000 views on a video. He is blowing it the freak out. And since then, he's done a dozen more parodies. They've all done well. And he is known more as a parody singer than he is as a news pundit, which is what he started doing, what he's still doing on the Sunday Blast Radio show. And it's what he wants to do. So you don't stop doing what you want to do, but there's nothing wrong with adding something to it.
Because you're building, and they came. Flo.
She didn't get it. She didn't catch the moral of that story.
No.
I know, because she drinks fluoride. She's got holes in her brain.
It up another way, and he still kept doing it
No,
his way.
not another way. Totally separate, different style content. He went completely parody on some stuff, and
leave her behind. Leave her behind.
No, but he built it just like you said. He still built it and made it bigger. Just because you start one way, you don't end that way. You built it a different way.
If you don't change what you're doing, they will not come. Ask anyone.
Leave her behind.
But y'all
Private Ryan ain't worth
if
saving.
you change up the way you do titles, isn't building it, but that's changing it.
It doesn't matter. I don't care if
preaching
it's
for
the greatest title and ever on your channel. If its subject matter does not appeal to the audience in general, it will go nowhere. This is true for shorts. This is true for. But at the same time, if you put the worst title ever on an excellent bit of content, that content will show through beyond the title. If you go and look at my thumbnails, most of the time, there's nothing written on them because my shows are so eclectic. It's hard to find something that fits everything. And so it'll be just a meme, or it'll be just a weird picture of Sasquatch on a spaceship or something. Right.
I do the same thing with my thumbnails.
Do you see value though in doing a hashtag? And titling it specifically for whatever it is? Do you see
I think
any
you
value?
put way too much value in the push that YouTube gives to things. See, if they're not supporting you, That's not going to work. It only
See, I
works if you
disagree
commit.
because I've seen it. I have
Sasquatch,
seen
I told you to leave Private Ryan behind.
All right, all right.
No,
I
listen,
mean,
I
no.
disagree.
Hashtags and titles can make a difference in
It can.
getting your content into the algorithm.
We need a spray
Sure.
bottle for these cats.
No, I did. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're
And a good clickbait thumbnail works too.
True.
Oh, yeah. I
A
didn't
chick
forget
with big
about
titties
those.
never hurts. If you can figure out some
Oh,
way to have a
yeah.
hot chick on your
But that's
thumbnail,
fine and dandy. But if your content ain't worth watching, then what's the point?
exactly. And that's part of what she's talking about with the building. But at the same time, you have to figure out and this is the advice. I think I gave it to every single one of my previous guests up here. Find something that you love to do, film it, and then take it to a point that it makes you nervous to upload it. You don't want to be terrified, but you want to be on the ragged edge of going, no, I'm not going to do that. You know,
you're going to get someone arrested.
Preferably not that, but you can if you want to.
I love.
It's only baking soda, sir. It's only baking soda.
Doing hot rails of baking soda.
I mean, whatever it is,
that shit.
If you're going to be putting it on,
I bet that feels bad.
You can't fall into a rut of producing the same content if it's not getting the traction and it's not attracting the subs. If you spend 3 weeks doing a thing and it doesn't work, move on to something different. It doesn't have to be a completely off base difference, but change some aspect of it. Add hashtags, change your title matrix, use different thumbnails, that kind of stuff. If that doesn't work, you may have to change your content. It might help for you to put on a character to do your thing. I am a Caucasian Sasquatch. Is it a Yeti? Is it a white guy? We don't know. It's just I'm a dude pretending to be a mythical creature.
For some reason, it seems like a professional wrestler name to me.
Did you see what Generally Specific put?
95% of the content creation out there is all flash in the pan with nearly no substance. That's exactly what I was getting at. If you do something that is amazing, like take Harry Nuts. Harry Nuts does these amazing live streams. He goes to car shows. He does all kinds of really cool stuff. He does kind of a weird, a real life vlog kind of thing, kind of like Lawless, right? But more cars.
I love Harry Nuts.
I love Harry Nuts. I love Harry Nuts. He went to a rodeo one night and filmed a guy getting bucked off of a horse. And this video went viral. And he picked up 10,000 subscribers over about a week.
Holy
Refuses
shit.
to monetize. Yeah, no, dude. He got like 12 million views on that video and like another several million on variations of it later. But he told me that he has no interest in YouTube as an actual career because he's already retired. And I can respect that. And so he cooks pork chops and he films old cars and old tractors, old plows that he finds on the side of the road, riding down the road. And it's great content, but at the same time, none of it's going to be anything that's going to take over. What's up?
I said old buildings, everything.
All kinds of stuff.
Harry films everything.
How many does he have a core base? Like, is there like 5 in his chat, 20? 40?
Dude, he'll throw down 70, 80, 100 on a 20-minute live stream. It is nothing to him. But he doesn't care. None of that matters. He says hey to every single person and has so much fun talking to us that he will do it just for the experience of talking to chat.
Remember his very first live stream, Caucasian, when he couldn't stop smiling?
Well, but that's what he wanted, right? So was he successful, right?
I call him a success story. I do.
Yeah.
Because he found the linchpin to what he wanted to do and he made it work out for him as far as he wanted it to go. And that's what I'm saying here tonight. You have to decide how far you're willing to go for what you want. Midlife Bro Logic might not be willing to go wait around in freaking creek water to get the 1 million views, but Toe for Life might be, AJOT certainly is.
Absolutely.
Not me. I could care less, bro.
That watch that. And the people that watch that are going to gravitate towards that.
I would watch AJOT in Creekwater.
I think that's a fairly unanimous agreement.
I can care less.
Immediately.
Caucasian. You know that.
But you're not going to get me in a bikini, and no way.
I mean, am I on this panel, or do you guys not see me sitting on this panel?
Yeah, you don't care about it.
I don't get it. You guys don't see me sitting on this panel. You're talking about you want to see my old lady on in creek water. I don't get it.
Damn right in creek water.
Oh, that's your old lady. Whoops.
Oh yeah.
Stepped in that one.
Whoops.
Thanks for the warning, Sasquatch.
Are you joking? I ain't snitching. Get you free.
Guess who's
your...
gonna M for things you never done?
Look, Sasquatch telling me how he wants to touch her butt all the time. It doesn't bother me.
Well, that's just because I like the way it smells. But listen, what we're getting at is this. I'm kind of like an old dog. No new tricks, but tell you say you don't care about how many people show up. You're going to live stream or make a video or do an expose or whatever it is that you're going to do. You're going to do it anyway, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter, man. I mean,
it doesn't matter. Come on.
It doesn't really. I mean,
really,
I don't
Mister,
know
I think I'm gonna shut down my YouTube channel because I don't get the time and I don't have the views or I don't.
Children.
That's because my old lady. That's because the old lady's got me doing everything. I can't never have a chance to do nothing with my YouTube channel.
Somehow I feel like this just turned into like a trailer park.
Yeah, this is good content. You should drop us off
views.
stream and then antagonize their relationship.
Right.
Actually, come to think of it, I had an idea.
You're gonna get the views by me and Ajay being up here doing this. So this is how you're gonna get the views.
What? No.
He dropped everybody in the basement on us.
Yep.
Welcome to the Justice for Life show.
All right, boys, hold on, ladies, gentlemen, 1 second. Let me get everybody back in. All right, we got about 10 minutes left in this particular episode. I have a question. This for the whole panel.
Have we even got through? I mean, poor bro Logic down there. I know he's like cringing because you have not stayed on topic by any means.
The topic was panels, the panel verse chat, and how to deal with like trollery and stuff. And I think we've done that mostly. I mean, barring the M's words of wisdom.
No, I think I can survive. I guess I could take this moment to talk about that heartwarming story you told me of the man who was plugging away at something he loved. And then you came along and told him to sell out and do something else. And that's what gave him success. It would have been better if all that hard work at the 5 years of struggling and toiling in obscurity, finally that was acknowledged and noticed. But the story, it's kind of a bittersweet victory lap, Mr. Sasquatch. I was hoping for
I agree.
Other, but hey, a win is a win, as they say.
A win is a win. A win is a win. And that's what I was trying to get at is simply doing not necessarily the thing. Like if you go out and do a dancing streams and your dancing streams don't work for reasons that you don't understand, do something different. Do something else. Do what you love.
Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. Keep going.
Go ahead. You're good.
Is this the Joe Rogan, Brendan Schwab moment? That you'd be surprised? Is this you trying to nicely tell me that I need to change my format or something? I feel
no.
A bit insecure. Are you telling me I need to change my channel? What's going on here?
Do you have a kiddie pool?
I'll tell you exactly what to fucking do with your channel, and you can do whatever the hell you want with it. And I won't judge you for not taking the advice. If you don't like it, no problem there.
All right. What's your advice for my channel?
You're not on that show.
What? What? I'm confused.
Someone else like to explain?
What does it mean?
I think that he just fired you from your show.
No, I didn't fire you from your show. I have a show called Sasquatch Shills where we have a conversation about your content. Before and after that show, I will answer any of those types of questions you have. More specifically on your channel, whether or not you want to show me your back end, I really want to see your back end. Whether or not you're your back stats and all that from YouTube, that's all on you. I cannot make you do anything, but I can make suggestions, and you may or may not like them. You may or may not use them. I don't care. I'm just saying, I think this would improve your ability to reach out to people. This might, that might, this probably won't,
In other words, you got to get him before he can get you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, now I'm scared. Okay, so I guess
do,
I'm the
do the
appropriate
show,
time.
man. You'll be all right, man.
It's painless.
Pretty much at least 3 of us up here have done it.
Oh, actually, everyone but Verlogic has been on Sasquatch.
Okay, I didn't know Cynthia did, but I know Flow State, me, and AJ both have.
Right.
Oh, what were the results?
A handful of subscribers for a few weeks, depending on what they do. In Toe for Life's case, with his first channel, which was no, this is it, isn't it? Yeah,
this is my channel.
He picked up like
always
30.
been my channel, but when you brought me up, it was more the Road and Toe show.
Yeah. I also did Road Dogs, and I've done close to 300 different creators at this point, and half of them show me their statistics on the back end. The other half act like it's some kind of black magic codex or something.
That's what it seems like. I'm one of those people.
It kind of feels like that in some cases, but like I'll show you mine, even if you don't show me yours in that case, because I curate mine in a very unique way. Like I said, I'm not trying to monetize, and so I don't have to worry about a whole bunch of the bullshit that other creators are having issues with. But I do because it's part of that 10,000 hours of doing something that you want to do and being great at it.
You know what I got? You want me to tell you what I got out of being on Caucasian Show?
Sure.
I got two things. 2 things that matter that I got out of Caucasian Show. One thing is I got Caucasian as my friend. And the second thing is I got AJOT. Because that's how we met.
Did you get AJOT out of there?
Yeah, no, I was trying to tell you not to do that with him, that it could have some terrible ramification. There's a kid. I made a kid. It's my kid. I made.
Nice. You know what? That's all I'm trying to do with Barbie and Mitch.
No, Flo.
That is doing nothing but hurting everyone involved.
And the kid.
Crabs.
AJOT has made my life great, so I'm very happy that I did the show.
Is this this is your real life woman?
Yes.
Yeah, we have a child together.
They met kind of backstage on my show after some shenanigans. I think I was hammered. I think that was a rum night, wasn't it?
And they made a baby.
They had a kid that I'm kind of upset wasn't named after me.
Wow,
yeah, you guys.
You should, okay, let me tell you what you should do with your show.
No. So we met 3 years ago. And yes, we met through Caucasian, and then a year later we ended up having a baby. So yeah.
But you know what? Trying to name it after Sasquatch could have gone wrong, because I know that when I first met him, he gave me 2 separate names for himself at different times.
I just must say,
and he said both. Each time he said it with a straight face. It's like he crossed his streams and forgot to keep his web of angled.
All I have to say is that my pull-out game is weak.
Man, it's good until it ain't.
Word.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got 2 minutes left. 6 people on panel. We're going to start with AJOT and let her do the rollout.
The rollout?
Who are you? What you do?
I don't know. I'm AJOT.
Okay.
I do what I want. Come see us Tuesday at the Come Get Lost with AJOT on Tuesdays.
Magnificent. All right, Cynthia, you're up.
What's up? Come check me out. I am on Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, 12 p.m. Central. I'm just doing life and having conversation about current topics.
All right, magnificent. We have Flow State, Age Before Beauty, baby.
I'm Flow State. Like that. You gotta type that behind YouTube or you'll never find it. I do live panels almost every night. And
this man herds cats like nobody I've ever seen. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a natural cat herder.
All right, we got Flow State's supposed to be up here with us. Damn it. I'm trying to end on Bro Logic. Hey, Flow State. Welcome back. Good to see you, bud. What's your channel about? And you got a couple of them, don't you?
Talking to me.
I'm talking to you.
Talking to me. Well, for y'all that don't know, which a lot of people in the chats know, I am motherfucking Toe for Life. And I do whatever I want, just like A-Jot.
Big motherfucking necessant. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got one more left for the show. Midlife Bro Logic. What do you do and who is you is? Where do we find you?
Midlife Bro Logic. I'm on all platforms, really. I'm out there really shilling for myself. I'm on Truth Social, Twitter X, Rumble, YouTube. I talk about trending news, hot topics. I specialize in trans women in sports, girls with tattoos on their face. Newsflash, don't do it, ladies. I specialize in Trump, Biden, Kamala Harris, Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard. What else do I specialize in? All the fun stuff I specialize in. So pull up, like, share, and subscribe. Don't be lame, and meet me at Midlife Bro Logic News Network. I can't wait to see you there. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, brother. We'll be with you in just a minute. We need a conversation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been YouTube Slave Class, where you come to learn how to slave properly for YouTube. Interested? Not interested? Email me, CaucasianSasquatch@gmail.com. Troll me, whatever. I love haters. They're some of my greatest, absolutely magnificent promoters. I absolutely love them. What are the humans doing?